No matter how straight you are, there are certain things you could do in life that would help boost your relationship and that will certainly keep it intact. These things are not far-fetched. There are quite a number of them, and how you handle some of these things will definitely take you on a high rise to get on the best of relationships ever. You might have just gotten into this relationship. You might have been there since forever. Whichever position yours is, these basic rules will keep your relationship continually growing. I am Adebayo Elupeji, and this is the Love Laboratory. Sometimes couples find themselves in a rather tight situation, not knowing exactly where to go from here or even how to handle some of their differences. And so out of all the rules that guides relationships that helps them stay intact, I'm just going to touch on 3 of them. Number 1, maturity. Being mature in a relationship goes a very long way. By maturity, I mean your ability to listen, to understand, and to react appropriately to your partner's encounters or relationship. Whatever transpires between you two, you must be able to attend to it appropriately with the right attitude. How do I mean? It is not every action that you must react to, and then you don't have to keep quiet on issues. But picking your battles appropriately, or picking your conversations, or should I call it your arguments, appropriately is often a sign of maturity. Endeavor to look at it from this angle. I am worn out. I am worn out, I said. I have just returned from a long journey. But my partner has pressing issues as well. My partner might have coped with all of the headache that the house can offer, or probably even from her work as well. And so I'm coming with my own pains, and she's waiting with her own pains. And she might have been hurt by an experience in the workplace. Now it's going to take one of us to be mature, to be able to absorb the heat that is coming from the outside. What then do you do? So now it could go either ways. One of the ways it could go is that the first partner welcomes the other partner, takes time, calms the other partner appropriately, makes them feel received or make them feel welcome. And then after a bit of rest, it doesn't have to be forever, just a little while, you could table the issues that they had bestowed upon you. But now let's look at it again from this other angle, that the issue at hand is such a pressing one that you cannot afford to wait. In this case, the other partner, who seems to be the more overwhelmed one, probably because you are just arriving from a long distance, from a tedious day, or whatever the case may be, should learn to think back in time. That is it really like this? Is she like this? Has she always attacked? Has she always been restless? Has she always been this? You need to switch that your relationship key on, where you are able to see, oh, something is wrong with my partner. My partner is never like this. So let me listen up. That's maturity, because then you're suspending your own pains temporarily to absorb your partner's pains. And now it doesn't have to come, it is not the duty of one person over the other. It's just a function of both parties being mature and learning to just take a cue from the body languages of the other person. And that leads us to the next point, which is respect. Respect usually features all the time in relationship matters. And when I say respect in this situation, is actually saying respect your partner's situation. Interesting, or sounds familiar? If you've had a very long day, the tendency is very high that you would expect your partner to express some kind of care or concern. And a whole lot of times, it's not like they are not willing to express this care. It's just that they think there are things that are more overwhelming. So when certain behaviors come to the fore, you need to exercise a bit of respect. In a case where it hits you hard, but you manage to observe it out of respect and then address the case as if you have not felt disrespected. At the end of it all, after addressing whatever the issue is, you need to now bring it back up. Oh, darling, oh, my friend, or whatever terms you use. You might have to be playing with pet names. The approach that you came with is not really a nice one, but I know that's unlike you. This is how you would have handled this situation better, or this is how I would have handled this situation. Exchanging thoughts, positions respectfully like this would help your relationship remain intact. Or showing concern, being your partner's cheerleader. Being your partner's cheerleader goes a long way. There's a super way that it just brings that connection in relationship, or it rekindles the love in a relationship. How do I mean? Your partner has been on to a project. It might be an official project. It might even be a personal goal that has been set, and efforts are being made to achieve it. You must pay attention to these efforts, and you must be the one that cheers your partner on all the time. Oh yes, you can do it. Oh, this is a milestone, it calls for celebration. A bottle of wine would do, or maybe a hangout in the evening would also make, or even an afternoon date. When you cheer your partner on, they want to enter into a new venture, you pay attention, you suggest better ways of taking actions, you even learn what this project entails, and so you can always contribute at least to the progress of the project in terms of suggesting better ways of doing things, thinking of where to get one solution or the other. If you are able to do just these three things, I bet you it's always going to be as if you just got into the relationship, because you seem to be able to attend to every situation in just the right manner. Outside of these 3 points, there are so many other things that we want to consider, but they just seem to stand out for me. I know they may not be the main things for you at your end. If there are things that you think will be the best way to address situations, kindly leave a comment. Let's learn from you. Then we're all going to continually grow in our relationship and be the best of ourselves. Because when you're happy in your relationship, trust me, it goes all the way down to your work, to your attitude on the street, to almost all of the things that you do. So what are you going to be doing differently this year? Leave a comment. Let's see what works for you. Again, I am Adebayo Ipeju, and it's always going to be the Love Laboratory. See you next time.